All right, day one of building out the $100 million business. Now this is the third time I'm recording this video because fourth time. Twice I stopped recording because I felt like I was rambling. I'm trying to make it as unscripted as possible, and then the third time my storage filled. So essentially we are building a new business, and the purpose of this video is just to track how I'm doing it. There's no I need to get to this goal or I need to achieve something from my content. It's more so I want something to look back at, and if it builds a niche audience related to it, great. But if not, I have exactly what I did and the blueprint that I used to build this business out, and I'll be able to look back and be like, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, you know, maybe I should have focused on this, or this was great, I'm glad I did that. So essentially, obviously we have our goals of what we want to do with the business, right? Just Alex Hormozi's books are called $100 million. Whatever, you know, whether we hit those numbers or we hit the goal numbers that we have, that'll be great. I'm not thinking that far ahead yet. Obviously, again, like I said, there's a plan, there's structure, but essentially what I realize is I'm gonna call today day one, but it's been on my mind for the last like 2 months. Essentially, I've been over analyzing the product, over analyzing the niche, trying to figure things out. But what I've decided is we're gonna set a learning budget, and based on that learning budget, we're gonna see how the market responds to the face of the business, which is gonna be Paneet, not me, and how people respond to her. So what offer do they resonate with? What offer converts better on the back end? So we're gonna test like 2 or 3 offers. We kind of roughly know our niches. They're very similar. They just kind of, how are we presenting it? So that's a later video of how we're figuring out our niche. But before we even get into the principles of the $100 million books, step one is just setting up your system. So a couple weeks ago, I set up my Trainerize, which is the online coaching platform. For a backstory, I've been running an in-person fitness studio for the last 3 years. We've been able to scale it a decent amount, but nothing crazy. I've realized that's just not the biggest thing that inspires me day to day. Probably one of the reasons is the scale that you can reach within just one location. Again, it can feed you well, but it's just not the most inspiring thing for me, and I believe my long-term goals have changed slightly. But essentially, day one, I set up my Calendly, I set up my Zoom, and I set up the Facebook Ads Manager, and that was really it. So it was very basic, but it took me a long time to figure out small little details. And even though I've done it before, that's what it was. So day one in the books.